This video is about the mommy makeover we're about to do. It shows the various combination of procedures that are done at once to rejuvenate the body after childbirth. And so our patient's getting her breast lifted with some implants. She's getting her waist narrowed with liposuction and a tummy tuck to flatten out her belly to get rid of the skin, the C-section scar. And so that all will occur together in this 5 or so hour operation. And the combination of procedures such as this is called a mommy makeover.
Let me put my marking zone. So this is the midline. And now I figure out where I make my incision. So it should be about 6.5 centimeters from the vaginal cleft, which is on stretch, which is about here. So this is where it goes on the bottom. And then I have my previous incisions. So I kind of have to figure out where to draw it to go on the side, which is probably here. We'll see how much skin we can cut off up here. And this is the end. Obviously, I try to make the incision low, and I try to make it as small as I can, but I need to make it long enough to cut out the skin, because as the skin gets cut out, if the incision stops here, then this will have to be kind of bunched up. So it's a trade-off, the length and how much folding the skin has. And so for her, I think the point should be here. I think this is reasonable. And if I stop the incision here, let's say for example, then she would be left with too much skin on the sides. So we have to go up here, out here to the sides. Okay. Let's start the next part. This is the stalk that goes to the internal structures, so we make a cut around it, a small cut, and so that when we reposition it, we'll bring it out through another incision. If you don't do this, you have to make a belly button from scratch, which is possible, but this one looks more natural because it saves the natural piece of the belly button.
Can you connect our bovine?
Bovine 50, please.
Okay, 50-50.
Gracias. We're going to see as it comes out on this side. So here we go. Lift it up like this. There's always some larger vessels around the belly button. This is where a belly button was. We opened up the incision, and then we have this skin and this fat. This part I didn't liposuction, so no point, we're removing this. And we go all the way up to the xiphoid. So from pubis to xiphoid, we have this midline, this is the belly button. And now we'll placate the muscle. This white covering, that's the fascia over the muscle. This is the rectus muscles. These are the obliques. You could see the fibers here. See, this is the red, those are the muscular fibers, and it goes into the fascia. It's very thin muscles. So when you have the cubes, this is what it is, kind of here and there, and then there's a line in between. So let me see, I get a marking pen. So she actually doesn't need much plication, but I'm going to do it anyway since I'm here. And we're here once. So something like this. So we plicate it from the xiphoid to the pubis. See, now it's much tighter. When you hit it, it doesn't really move because it's tightened up. Once again, this is the fascia, the whitish. It turns into the muscle. You could see the transition into the muscle fibers. And the muscle, you could tell it's the muscle because if you hit it, it twitches. So next, we have to get rid of all of this. Okay, and then we go to the end. So this is where we'll be making our cut. Okay. See, we got rid of a lot here. And now there's a little bit of fat here, but I can't trim it too much because then the skin can have problems healing. Where it comes together, we cut out the most skin possible and fat, but it's enough to come together without much tension, and it will hold together really nicely. So this helps with the time and to hold the incision together. So I use a combination of stapler and sutures to suture everything up. Now I find the bottom here. And the bottom here is we finished. We did the 360 liposuction, full tummy tuck, muscle plication, fat transfer to the butt, fat transfer to the breasts. She has a smaller waist, fuller breasts, lifted butt, new belly button, and a low scar. And once the swelling goes down, the waist will be smaller and the skin will tighten up.
We finished the procedure, everything went well, took about 5 hours like we predicted. And so we lifted the breasts, we put implants in, 350 cc's on each side to give the volume, to give the fullness. Then we did the 360 liposuction, narrowed the waist as much as possible. We injected the fat to fill out and shape out the body with the hips and the butt. And then as well we removed the skin, the fat, that tightened up the muscle from the front. We did a tummy tuck. So the procedure went well. She'll see us in about a week to remove the drains.